Good evening, everybody. It's much later in the evening than I planned to do this video. My good friend Marta, who just lost her brother last week, I thought I'd check in with her. I know usually the first, when someone passes away, the first little while everybody's contacting you. So I just waited, and then we ended up chatting for a good almost hour and a half, maybe, which is good. I mean, we had a really good chat. We've been friends since I was 15 and she was 13, and as well as her brother. Like, it wasn't just friends with her. We grew up in the same youth group and with her brother and everything. I just seen a piece there for a second. I'm just going to cut that off. I forgot to trim that one last piece off. Did I bring? Yeah, I brought my stamp pads over, except for one. All right, boo-boo. Sorry, gotta move you, baby girl. Just need to inch into this a little. Maybe a little bit more than that. Sorry, baby. Didn't realize I put it back so far. Oh, and some of my good... Lucky I looked in there. Some of my good stamps were in there. Well, my butterfly. Oh! There we go. So after I finished talking with her, I went and did my cat's litter and that. So once I finish this, I'm going to just craft away. So earlier in the other video, I made the masterboard using the small scraps. Now I'll show you, and again, the reason I didn't do it all together, one, I didn't have enough time. Two, I don't have enough room on my desk for all the scraps and the stamps. So we did it in pieces. Oh my goodness. Am I ever so forgetful? Well, it's nighttime. We need stamp pad. We need to put something on the stamps on. I don't know where the other one is. Can I move you in? Oh, it's probably in the box. I'll move you just... There we go. Sorry, baby girl. Sorry. You're okay. She doesn't like being moved about. But that's all right. She's not going to... I don't know where I put my other stamp. Whatever. I need to buy another set of these. Just because I need more. Especially when I go on a stamp craze. I like to have them. So you just decide what stamps you want, or you can do a variety of them if you like. Where's my big stamp gone? There's two ways I do this. One is I do tearing, and I want the other one, but I don't know where it is. Oh, that board's a little warped. Okay, let's just start here. I need to get a new brown and a new black. Well, I've never had a good black. This is the only one I've had for black. And, you know, the Craft Smart is not too bad. I mean, for the $1.25 I paid for it. So, the hard part with the part I'm at, a lot of it's going to be the same color. And I'm not thrilled on that. But I moved all my scraps, and they're out of the way now. And they're way across the room. Do I have a little piece here I could tear off? Yeah, I do. Let's just tear that little piece off of that. It just needs a different color. I didn't even realize I didn't put a little something different in there. So we'll do this. There we go. Oh, here comes Pika for a visit. This is the time of night when they're a little restless. Well, she's always a little restless. So this one I put close because I can cut this one out. So, and I'm going to kind of do it as I go just to show you so that if I don't get the whole board, I don't think I will do an hour video just because of the time. So for now, I'm just going to cut this as close to the butterfly because I don't like to lose any of the paper. I'm one of those people. I could have even... Now, this may happen where you see that needed a little more glue. And because I stamped on the other side, I'm just going to go ahead, put the glue on it. That does happen at times. And this one, I'm just going to I'm fortunate because I'm a good fussy cutter. Pika, no. Of course she wants up here, but my stamps are there. Okay, let me see if I can put those there. Oh, no, they're going to fall. You better hope they don't all fall. Now sit over here. And if you're not a good fussy cutter, just cut. I'll do that and then I'll go back. Just cut around it. Since you've got the nice paper anyways, I mean, you don't have to fussy cut around it, like really close. You could just do a little of that if you wanted to, just like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That looks good. Boy, that piece I really did miss a lot of glue on. But sometimes you notice that more when you go to cut. Easy fix. So you can do it that way, because there's nothing wrong with leaving a little bit, because of it being a stamped image and on there, it's fine. I'll leave that one like it because it actually looks good like that. Right? That's falling. Oh good, she's gone now, so I can move my stamps back up. Oh, because... And it doesn't have to be just butterflies. For instance, where's my favorite one to use? Well, there's a few I like to use. It's funny because just before Christmas, I got back in touch with another friend. Like, we check on each other every once in a while. We follow each other on Facebook, you know, put little comments on pictures or things, activities we're doing. But where we downright just have a long chat. Me and Cindy did that just before Christmas. And it's been so nice getting back. These are friends that I've had for 30 years or more. And it's been nice just catching up and just chit-chatting. And then I just talked to Marta that I'm going to try to arrange, my sister and me, we're going to try to arrange and come for a weekend. And just, she lives close to Windsor. And then what I'm thinking, because we'll be close to Windsor, which is close to my friend Cindy, who I got caught up, maybe we can go over the border for dinner and meet up with her. There we go. See? And that's done just where's the stamp? It's just like a number stamp, and that turns out really nice, and it looks even better when it's inked up with it too. And these are great for, because you could take this a step further with that. Like, you can take, I have the container because I'm working on some bundles of stamped images. My birthday's coming up, so I'm putting together some special birthday things. Oh, there they are. That's why I can't find them, because for some reason I put them in with the stamps. Who knows what I was thinking. So if you wanted to start layering it, then you could layer a stamp on the stamp and make a cluster out of it as well. So that's what that's nice for. Let's put that there so we know what we're doing. I've got to make another one of these, a few more of these boards, and do some of these up to put in the bundles, because they're I love having them. I really do. Now, where's my favorite flower? This one is still my favorite flower. Oh, it's not on there. Oh no, did it fall out? Oh no. Sorry guys, you're gonna see my, oh, it did fall out. Here it is. Phew. I probably have to give it a sponge bath. Someone told me if you wash them with soapy water, the stickiness of it comes back. I think that's what they said. Now I want to get this one in where there's a lot of color. And I'm not going to use color on this because of the paper. I want to just use the brown. You could do color as well. There's nothing wrong with that. I think I have done that too. I've used the color. Just putting a little black on it to hopefully maybe darken it enough. And let's go. Normally I stay within an area. Let's go. Ooh, I'm going to lose too much there. Maybe right here. Now, you don't have to cut them out individually. I just did that to show you that first one. But see, I still got lots of space here. If I tear around it and make them larger, then you would need to space them out. That is the only thing I can tell you with that. I have a wide wing butterfly. More than maybe him. This one might be perfect to go in that spot. And if you have old, what I normally do sometimes is use my 12 by 12 scrapbooking pages. You know, in any one of those we buy, there's always some in there we don't like. So cover it with your scraps and get yourself your stamps out and start stamping. It's really, the cutting out around them, and that was just a fluke. I'm sure maybe somebody did it, but it was just because I made a mistake, and then I decided to cut. I don't waste the space on these. And again, if I was just cutting around and leaving this open, but I want to show you the fussy cutting of this and how it looks. So hopefully you guys, oh, you know what I need? The better scissors. And those poor scissors bounce around everywhere because they are my favorite scissors. Me and my friend Marta, we were just talking because we went, first of all, we went to separate churches. My home church was in Guelph and her home church was in Guelph. But back when we were teenagers, we had monthly youth rallies. And then there would be other events. But once a month, one of the churches, we had a church in Guelph, a church in Scarborough, a church in St. Catharines, and a church in Mississauga. And so each month, we would alternate them, and that church would host it, and all of the youth would get together. Then, you know, there were other activities too, that in the summer we'd have picnics and, you know, different things where we'd all get together, always on a long weekend. Then, you know, just some other special services, that sometimes Christmas services. Mississauga Church was one of the bigger churches. So a lot of times we would do our Christmas service a different time than, and we would go and see their evening services. We didn't have a baptism place to baptize in our church. Mississauga Church did. So like when people were being baptized, like for example, when I was baptized, I went to Mississauga to their church and I was baptized. So we got together for a lot of things, and then we went to church camp for a week together, and we'd all travel together. Some of us youth in our van in Guelph, and we'd meet up with the Mississauga. They had a bus because they had more youth. And so we, you know, and then later in life, I married and went to Mississauga where she was, and her and her husband. So, and then her kids call me Aunt. So there we go. That's the fussy cut flower. And how pretty is that? And again, can be used as on a cluster. Of course, it's the paper in that is very much matchy. But let me show you. Did I use one? Where did I put that journal today? Oh, it's right in front of me. I'll show you. Here is that flower. It's not done on that, but and you could just take a page. Say you just want to add something. You could just put it by itself on the page too if you want it. They look nicer in a cluster. I'm just double checking if I used one of them in here just to show you. I don't know if I did. I'm just going to weave through it quickly. Because, like, you know, we put stamped images on. So why not, you know, if I did it in pink, you know, I could add it in instead of just stamping right on the page. I'm just seeing. I thought I used one in here. But so far, it doesn't look like I did. This one is one of these ones I started. And I'm promised myself I'm going to finish it this coming. That's what I got to do, is I've got to have a day where online, one of my YouTube days is finish projects that I've already started. Maybe it's in this one that I'm thinking. This one's an alligator mouth. I don't even know if it's I'm flipping through quickly just to see. This one is done. I have to mail it, but I've been having problems with the post office. I had it bundled up one way and they said that I can't send it that way, and I've got to get it mailed to the poor lady. Why did that stick all of a sudden? There, it just caught, that's all. Well, maybe I didn't use it in here. Oh yeah, here. There's a stamped image again in a cluster. That's not on. I guess I didn't. Hey, that must have... Oh, I was sure I had used one. I need to do something with that. Guess I was wrong. I was sure I had used one in one of these books. Or maybe I didn't. It's one of the ones I gave away. I sold. When you think you did something. Oh well. But they're really nice. I really like the effect they have. And again, some of these are harder to fussy cut really closely to, especially when you got the antlers. So a lot of times I do I'm actually, one of the things I'm good at is fussy cutting. And again, because it could be something I enjoy. It's part of my business. You can buy fussy cuts from me, already ready to use. I just had a lady message me. She can no longer fussy cut, so she's looking for somebody to do all her fussy cutting for. And since it's something I love to do, I love to put a movie on and just sit and fussy cut. And I've been wanting to do it because my fussy cut is getting behind. But I've got so many, I want to get these bundles done first, which involves fussy cutting. And there you go. And I just noticed here, see, sometimes when you're gluing those scraps on quickly, you kind of do it a little quickly. But in this case, it's easy. Just noticing I got a little mark there. I'm going to pull that wing right up so I can make sure. I'm going to put it down because it's impossible to hold it, because it seems it needs a lot of glue. So we'll go ahead and glue that. Make sure that's nice and sturdy. It's hard when you need glasses to look close, and then all of a sudden I look away from looking up close and everything goes blurry on me. Woo! There we go. There's one fussy cut it. Oh, fussy cut it. Oh, my English today. There we go. And again, taking and inking around this, you know, and if you really wanted to, you could even ink right on there, but there's no need. But I like how the pink is right in the middle of this flower. It turns out really nicely. Let's put those there. We've already done those. That goes in the garbage that I need to empty. It's getting full again. Oh, we got another little one. When last time I made these, I didn't have this stamp, so I'm going to see how this one turns out. And again, if you're stamping and you realize, okay, the area I'm in has got a lot of the same color, do what I did. Grab a little piece, throw in a little strip of another color, and you're good to go. I just happen to have this nice one here. What is stuck to my scissors? So I'm going to just cut a piece of it off. So I have it. Part of that is, it doesn't just happen when I'm doing it online. Sometimes you're just putting down and you don't realize that you've put a big piece there. And even at times before I'll start stamping, sometimes I'll go around and lift up a few corner tips, because I know for me, I miss a lot of times. That is my part I always miss. And so if you want to add some more color in it, just pop it down wherever you want it. It can be dead center. As you can see, when you're stamping, it turns out nice. I'm trying to make sure I'm stamping on. I would do some black, but my black is not good enough ink right now. So I'm using the brown. I've seen on Temu, they have a round thing where you hold it. This is the only thing I have a hard time with, is getting enough pressure on the stamps. And then people say you shouldn't have to press that hard. But I know my ink is low right now. And the great thing about this one is I don't have to fussy cut around it. I'm just going to give it a straight line. And I'm cutting it as close as possible. Because again, I don't like to waste any of the Masterboard if possible. There we go. And that does look good. And if you don't want those sharp edges, you can, and technically that probably should come off a little. There we go. That's that new stamp. I wasn't sure how it would turn out, and it turned out nice. The one also I want to see is these became my favorite when we were stamping the other day. I want to see how they turn out. So I'm just going to pull them out right now because they're right there. I've seen them. So, and those are good to have for those little spaces that you have. So I'm going to put that butterfly on there so I don't lose it. You'll notice I love this flower so much because I'll use it a lot. It's a beautiful flower, and believe it or not, it came on a Dollar Tree stamp package I got for $1.50, because our Dollar Tree is $1.50 here in Canada, which is still better than our Dollarama. If I were to get it at our Dollarama, we just don't have, Dollar Tree doesn't exist in Quebec yet. It's only in parts of Canada, other parts of Canada because of the French. But I really want to go over the border to your guys. I think it's an express Dollar Tree or something. It's larger where they carry food. I really want to go to one. I don't know how if it's got a certain name or how I find out about it, but I really want to go to one and see what it's like. Because when I used to go to the States, they never there. I always went to like Dollar General. Was always one of my favorites. But I tell you, I have not been to the States since before COVID. And I want to say this summer before that, I think was the last time. One time me and my sister made a day trip there. We had such a good time. We left in the middle of the afternoon, just on a random. And we didn't eat all day. And we ended up at McDonald's drive-thru in an area in Buffalo. It's not Buffalo, it's Niagara Falls, New York. Just over the border in Ontario. And they had this like special on 2 for $5 or something. We got so much food. And the chicken nuggets were different than McDonald's chicken nuggets. But we went on a craft. This is before I was even in junk journaling. My sister was a sewer. I was making tags and cards. And and into stamping. So I'd go look for stamps and punches. But she was in looking for fabric. So we'd hit Hobby Lobby and a few Joanne and Dollarama. And what's the other? Big Lots is one of our other favorite stores to go to. Especially when Big Lots has their like out of season sales. I have a lot of Big Lot Christmas decorations. And before we started going away, well, after COVID, there for a while, during COVID and after COVID, we didn't go anywhere for a while. But before COVID hit, we used to go away at Christmas to Cuba. It became what we did instead of buying each other presents. And then before we started that, as we got older, I'd always go home and after Boxing Day, we'd all head to the States and we'd spend 2 nights in the States and just shop and, have family time together. So we were big States people. Always have been. I have always, even when I was married, we go for churches down there all through. I've been to different churches throughout the United States. My favorite is always been, I love Florida. Gone to Florida almost every year with our teenagers. Stayed in Jackson, Florida at a church there. The pastor there was the pastor we had for a while up here in Mississauga. He's passed now, and so has his wife. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Look at with the green in it. It just, I really like how the stamped images turn out on this. It's really nice. Now, sometimes I'll keep this even just to be able to, but I don't take a lot off because I'll try to get as much out of this board as I possibly can. And again, like I have a big open space there. I'm going to wait to stamp because I don't think I'm going to end up stamping this whole thing tonight. And I just seen a piece sticking up. It's the edges. I tell you, I'm bad with edges. There we go. I don't know why my Pica isn't settling tonight. She didn't either last night. She drove me crazy. I was trying to get work done. And then I finally got her settled. And then Boo Boo decided she wanted to be on my desk. So I couldn't craft anymore. That was just not enough room for her because she likes to stretch out on my desk. She didn't want to be in her box beside me. She wanted to be up. But I put that blanket up and she likes to curl up in my arms. Yeah, they're a little spoiled. This one might be perfect there. Let's try that little one there. Now, I am going to just see what this looks like with the pink. I'm trying to make sure I keep it in camera. I know one time, I don't know what happened when I uploaded it, I just wanted to see what it looked like. Because it's small, so I was not sure how much of it would be seen, but it's a little. But it might still have a better effect in brown, so we'll have to try it in the pink and in the brown and see which one gives us the best effect. Okay. Put the pink away because that pink is a nice juicy pink, so if I lay my paper, oh my goodness, I keep yawning. Well, it is late here. And stayed up too late last night. I got busy working on those journals and lost track of time. I wasn't even watching TV. A lot of times I'm watching, because of the strike, there was nothing new on TV, and I went through so much, I don't even know what to watch anymore. So last night I just watched YouTube videos of different journals, but the bad thing is, then it gets me off on a tangent trying new things. So that's the only thing. Oh, Pika. Oh, Pika. There, you can have that little spot. Don't knock anything over with your tail. She is too much sometimes. Let's see what else we could maybe stamp. Oh, let's do a bingo. I like bingo cards. We'll do some more butterflies. Should check how much minutes we've been at. Tonight's a quiet night. Jacob is away. I was just on him just before I started the video. He called his papa, and then his papa came down here so I could, he asked for me to say goodnight because he used to quiet time with me. Even when his mom is staying here, he does quiet time with me. It's been, because both his parents always worked and I wasn't working. And I thought, you know, they need that time, some time for themselves. And I enjoyed quiet time. Well, it kind of happened by accident that I became quiet time. Jacob was never one to like to go to bed. So a lot of times he'd come in my room and sit on my lap when he was little enough. And we'd watch YouTube channel, like kids shows. And he now calls that Tia's Auto. That's what it's called. And that became Tia's time. And then sometimes I'd put him in his bouncy chair on my bed and turn on YouTube, and I would craft and or sometimes play a game on my phone if I had the lights out, and he'd fall asleep. And so that's how Tia time became. And now there we go. There's the bingo. Bingo's got that black line in it, and I see this piece, only part of it, it's almost all glued, but it's not glued sturdy enough for me. So we'll just do that. Glue that back down. There we go. There's a bingo. I'll do another butterfly. Pull the big butterfly out. I do a lot of the butterflies and the birds because I have to do a bird. Bird, 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 the bird, bird, bird. So quiet time has just become us, and I have a routine with him. He watches Tia's Auto for a little bit. Then we go to coloring. He gets to choose a coloring, but these coloring that he likes, because this is such a big piece, I'm going to do a tear with this one. But I'm also going to go, and I'm going to bring in a little bit of a back up. We're going to tear it, so I want a bit more background with it. This is supposed to go in here. I don't know why it's sitting on that. And then a little bit of this one. This is the cutest little one I got, and it was just on this one I got, which is a great one. I actually haven't done any big stamps. I might have to try a Masterboard and do that on one. That might be neat. I'll have to try that. There, we'll do it like that. And so then we can take I can already see that does happen. Probably if you cut it big, you wouldn't even notice that little piece, but because you tear it and the part that it was probably holding it, And you just come in and tear it up, however small or big you want. And sometimes I just take, because there we go. And I want to just round that off. There we go. I'm just going to clean up some of these small pieces, guys. They get everywhere, and then they start to get in my way. And then you take, scissors are in my way. Oh, there goes my, no, it looks like it's going to peel up, but it's not. Sorry if I just shook the camera. I got to stop doing that. It's because I want to do it in the light, in the camera thing, so I end up, so, and there's the teared with a little bit more of a background. Now, I just thought of something. Maybe we'll try to do one more stamp after that. You already seen the flower, but also in this area, I was thinking where I have that, I should have just left that one out. I did. If I wanted to add a little color to it, why not take this stamp and stamp a little background on it. Right? Let's see. That's a good idea, Christina. Let's put that over there. Let's move. I'm getting stamps everywhere. I can't find them. There we go. I'm not going to tear this one because I put it close to the edge, but I'm not going to fussy cut it. I'm just going to kind of go around it. Whoop. There we go. And we got some nice little pink in there. Oh, it's right there. I knew it wasn't too far. And there we go. How cool is that? How cool is that? Where's my flower? I want my flower again. And the thing is, I don't have to worry about anything being upside down because I kind of want some of that pink. Right there. We're going to cut this one so we can see what it looks like with the different colors in it. this one has a lot more colors. I'm just going to cut around it to make it a little bit easier. This flower, I have a habit of fussy cutting it. One, it's not hard to fussy cut. Is that the paper? Yeah. That looks funny because it is actually... I'm just going to fix that a little bit. There we go. My hands are a little sore today. And I haven't even been doing as much cutting as I normally do in a day. Today I've been sore. I don't know if it's because of this really cold spell we're having right now. My bones are aching. Oh, I'm thirsty too. There we go. Fussy cutting takes a little longer on camera. And see how unique that looks with all the additional colors? Maybe if I put it on. I don't know if it shows better. Whoop. If I do it like that. How great is that? I really love the flowers, guys, and the butterflies in it. Oh, I do love the bingos too. Push all those papers up to the top. So you just... Sometimes I'll do a few of the masterboards at a time, and I'll do one with just all flowers and then one with all... So it's easier with the stamping, right? You don't... I'm not trying to... And then I'll pull out my bingo card and the ones I like to use and do it that way. But I didn't think anybody really wants me to sit here and do this the whole time on camera. This much stamping. We did a lot of stamping, and we just took a break from clusters today, just because I forgot that I would show this. And this is actually another one thing I love to do. I can sit and make masterboards. I love doing it. I just wanted to break up some of that plainness in that one. And I'm going to do, well, it'll be closer to my birthday. Well, it's going to be February 1st, February 2nd, and then the day of my birthday. I'm going to offer 3 freebies in my coffee. And I'm going to be trying to get, I'm not promising it's going to happen right away. It won't happen till March. But starting in March, I'm hoping once a week to have a freebie in there. And I know not everybody has a printer, and I apologize for that. But if you want some of the freebies, I won't charge you for them, but I would just ask for $2 or $3, depending on where you are, for the postage of it. I would love to be able to offer everybody the postage, but I'm just not able at this moment. Maybe as my business grows and becomes stronger, I can do that. There we go. Look how cool that flower came out with that. Glad I put that green there. Aren't they? I just think they're the neatest. I really do. I hadn't done this in a long time, and now I have an itch to just keep doing this tonight. but I can't because I have to work on that journal. The cover turned out so nice. You're going to get a sneak peek. The cover isn't done yet. Where did we put it? I'll give you a sneak peek. There's the cover. I love my cover. The cover's not finished. I've got more to go on it. But it's coming along so nicely. It's a sneak peek. January 29th, you get just to see the whole journal. Let's see. I don't really want to go in with a purple. I love this flower. I want more of them. But right now... Now let's see what we'll do with this one is we'll just cut around it. We won't fussy cut it for now. We'll see what it looks like. Not for those. I have a stamp I'm about to buy off of Temu. And no, it's not a knockoff because I checked to make sure it wasn't a copy of any stamps that are selling on stamp.com. You know, and you know what, guys? I understand the Tim Holtz especially because it's very noticeable, but all stamps are a repeat somehow. It's the same as I was accused once of stealing somebody's ideas. Junk Journal World is about showing each other all different things. Sometimes we add a little more to it. Sometimes, you know, we learn more. That I stole an idea called Scrappy Saturday, but that happens. It wasn't my idea. I just did it in my group. But it happens on YouTube, and I don't even know how long it's been happening on YouTube. I didn't research that. I just was doing Scrappy Saturday in my thing, and someone told me that I was copying their group when I didn't actually get it from their group. I got it from YouTube, but it doesn't matter. The idea is a lot of things out there. Purses are copied. Knockoff purses are made. I'm not talking about the knockoffs you go in New York City, but you'll get other cheaper designers that make a copy of what's kind of in style out there. I mean, that's a good place to put that because I'm trying to use up the space. But anyways, I'm not going to do much more with you guys because you get the idea of how cool they look. And I hope you try it. I'm going to put this video in my junk journaling group tomorrow. Sundays is the only day other than when I do them for events, then I can post them. But we don't allow YouTube videos but on Wednesdays and Sundays. That being because I don't want the group to be about YouTube. And I found people were posting their YouTube videos, but they weren't involved in the group. And so it's the same with Etsy shops. I stopped letting Etsy shops be shared. Other than in we no longer call it a general store. I call it the JJCC craft. Did I use Nook or Corner? And it's where we sell things, so you can put your Etsy shop in there. Because I have somebody who just recently keeps adding their Etsy shop, but they're not involved. They're a store. So they signed up as their Facebook group, which is their store, and that's all they do in the group. So this one I'll probably cut it closer. Who knows? But even if you don't feel like cutting it right away, depending, sometimes you might use it just like that. And then maybe you pull it out and you want to use it and you want it cut closer, then you can do that too. I just didn't. There we go. So far we still got quite a bit of that masterboard, and I will use that little space. That won't go to waste. But let's see what we've got from that masterboard so far. Tomorrow afternoon I probably I'm going to try to do a video in here, but I think I'm also going to do a live in the group. So look at, we got 2, 3 of those flowers, some butterflies. Oh, look at all the flowers we've gotten so far. And I've still got quite a bit of that Masterboard left. And it's not even a big Masterboard. And look what we got from it. And how great are those? And I will keep some of these out because when we make clusters, because we have to embellish our paper clusters and our lace and that clusters, lace and material clusters, and we might pull a couple of these out and use them. I've done some of these in purple. I actually had a customer who ordered these ones, and she asked me if I could do a set in purple. If you go to Purple Hearts Creations by Chrissy and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that Leah put it up there. And so I have done the Masterboards using more purples in it, and got, oh, the purple ones came out so beautiful. I'll have to do that as well because I did a lot of pink and green in this one. So there we go. I have to try it with light blue, print some different light blues because I don't have any light blue scraps. And yellow, I bet you yellow would look really nice. Anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. I don't even know how late it is. I think it's 9:30 or 10 o'clock here. Oh, something fell out of one of my journals. Oh, we'll just pull. Oh, see, there's a stamped image used in a cluster. So there we go, guys. Thank you for joining me for part 2 of the Masterboard with stamps. And I showed you a little bit how to use them with shapes as well. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Please, if you've not subscribed, I would love you to subscribe to my channel and like and comment on the videos. It does really help me. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Love you. Sleep tight.